Have you heard about Tesla's upcoming big event? Everyone is talking about it, especially since the date is set, October 10th. The event will take place at Warner Brothers Studios in Los Angeles, and the name couldn't be more intriguing: We Robot. Tesla always knows how to pique people's curiosity, and this time is no different. What has caught the attention of many investors, like those from Goldman Sachs, is that this could be the event where they finally unveil the long-awaited Tesla Model 2 Redwood, the car that promises to hit the market for $25,000. But the cherry on top? Everyone believes Elon Musk will reveal a new aluminum-ion battery technology that could change everything. Now, why all the fuss around this battery? The truth is that Tesla has a reputation for always being at the forefront of innovation, and this battery could be the key to that. We're talking about something that could offer more energy, be more efficient, and even cheaper to produce. And this, of course, is very appealing to both Tesla investors and those dreaming of driving a more affordable electric car. Just imagine, a car with this new technology could be a revolution, offering much greater range, which means less time charging and more time on the road. Who wouldn't want that? The excitement surrounding the Model 2 Redwood isn't just because it's a cheap car by Tesla's standards. The big difference here is this battery technology that could completely change the game. Tesla already leads when it comes to lithium batteries, but aluminum-ion could be a significant advancement. According to rumors, these batteries could have much higher energy density, meaning more energy stored without needing a larger battery. More energy, less weight, and that's where the magic happens. Cars that go further on a single charge. It's no wonder everyone is keeping an eye on this October event. The aluminum-ion battery is attracting a lot of attention in the tech world, and for good reasons. Can you imagine a battery that offers up to 4 times more energy than current lithium-ion batteries? That's the potential of aluminum-ion batteries. We're talking about impressive energy density, reaching up to 1600 Wh/kg. To put that in perspective, a typical Tesla lithium-ion battery has around 250 to 300 Wh/kg. Now imagine the impact of this on the range and performance of electric cars, especially those from Tesla, which are already known for their efficiency. With this energy capacity, electric vehicles could cover much greater distances on a single charge. A Tesla Model S, for instance, which currently can travel about 600 kilometers on a charge, could easily exceed 2,000 kilometers. This would make long trips much more practical, without the constant worry of finding a charging station. And it's not just the range that improves. With more energy available, the overall performance of the vehicle also increases. This means cars could accelerate faster and maintain higher cruising speeds for longer periods. Another fascinating point about these aluminum-ion batteries is their charging speed. They have the potential to charge much faster than current batteries, addressing one of the biggest challenges electric cars face today. Imagine pulling into a charging station and being almost fully charged in just a few minutes, ready to hit the road again. This would eliminate much of the anxiety people still have about electric vehicle charging times. And aluminum, unlike lithium, is a much more abundant and cheaper metal. This means the production cost of these batteries could be significantly lower, which would directly impact the final price of the vehicles. A cheaper and more efficient Tesla is not something that will only attract tech enthusiasts, but anyone looking for a quality car at an affordable price. This would be a significant step in making electric vehicles even more popular and accessible to a larger segment of the population. Now, the most interesting part is how this new technology could affect the automotive market as a whole. Tesla already has a solid leadership position in the electric vehicle sector, but with these aluminum-ion batteries, it could create a nearly unattainable advantage for competitors. Companies like Lucid Motors and Rivian, which are trying to compete with Tesla, would have to hustle to develop something similar. Even traditional industry giants like Ford and Volkswagen would feel even more pressure to accelerate their innovations. This change in battery technology also impacts sustainability. Lithium, while being an essential resource for current batteries, has an extraction process that can be quite harmful to the environment. Aluminum, on the other hand, is easier to find and recycle, which could make these new batteries much more eco-friendly. And considering Tesla's focus on renewable energy and sustainability, this seems like a natural step for the company. What if we think about the future beyond cars? These aluminum-ion batteries could be used in other areas, such as large-scale energy storage systems. Tesla is already working on energy solutions for homes and businesses, and with such an efficient battery, the potential for storing solar or wind energy multiplies. Imagine a future where aluminum-ion batteries power not just cars, but also homes and even entire cities. The idea of an economy driven by clean energy seems much more realistic with this technology. The lifespan of aluminum-ion batteries is jaw-dropping. We're talking about up to 10,000 complete charge cycles. In practical terms, this means these batteries could last over 3.2 million kilometers. Now think with me, who drives 3 million kilometers in a single car? That's more than most cars run throughout their entire lifespan. Basically, it's as if the car would last forever in terms of battery life. While current batteries like Tesla's famous 4680s are already impressive, this new technology takes battery life beyond what most of us imagine possible. And what's even more interesting is that this durability goes far beyond just more kilometers traveled. With such longevity, electric vehicle owners could go years without worrying about changing the battery. It's a peace of mind that completely changes the game, especially for those planning to keep their cars for a long time. And of course, with fewer battery replacements, the maintenance cost of electric cars is likely to drop even further, making them an even more attractive option for those considering switching from a combustion vehicle to an electric one. Now imagine this applied to the world of robo-taxis or even electric trucks. These vehicles, which run almost all day, would greatly benefit from a battery that can last millions of kilometers. It would be a revolution for companies that depend on fleets of electric vehicles, as the savings on battery replacements would be enormous. Moreover, with fewer battery changes, the amount of waste generated from replacing components would also decrease, further helping with sustainability. The resistance of these batteries to so many charge cycles also brings direct benefits to the user experience. Nowadays, people still have some anxiety about the durability of their car batteries, fearing that after a few years, they will start to lose efficiency. With aluminum-ion batteries, that concern practically disappears. They're designed to maintain high efficiency for much longer, ensuring that the car continues to perform well even after years of intense use. Speaking of intense use, the resistance of these batteries to adverse conditions is also noteworthy. Preliminary tests indicate that aluminum-ion batteries not only last longer, but are also less susceptible to wear caused by extreme temperatures. This is especially useful in regions where the climate can vary greatly, as they do not lose capacity as significantly in very cold or very hot conditions, which is a common problem with current batteries. Another point worth mentioning is the impact that this durability can have on the used car market. Nowadays, many people hesitate to buy a second-hand electric car precisely because of battery wear. But with these new batteries, an electric car that's a few years old would still have plenty of usable life left. This would change market perception and could even increase the resale value of these vehicles, making the investment in an electric car even more advantageous in the long run. Now, regarding the environment, things get even more interesting. With batteries that last much longer, the need for mining new materials and producing batteries would significantly decrease. This means less environmental impact and a reduction in the carbon footprint associated with battery production. It's not just a matter of performance and cost. This new technology could truly make a considerable difference in the fight for a more sustainable planet. And of course, Tesla, as a leader in the electric vehicle sector, is keeping an eye on all these innovations. If these aluminum-ion batteries become the new standard, Tesla will certainly incorporate this technology into its upcoming models, like the highly anticipated Model 2. And when that happens, the automotive market could be completely transformed. Competitors will have to catch up to a technology that offers a much longer lifespan and, at the same time, superior sustainability. Imagine the scene. You're in your car, almost out of battery, stopped at a charging station. Instead of waiting nearly an hour, as happens today with most electric vehicles, with these new aluminum-ion batteries, in just 15 minutes, the car is charged and ready to hit the road. It's just enough time to grab a coffee and get back on your journey. This charging time is a giant leap compared to lithium-ion batteries, which, although they have evolved quite a bit, still take much longer to fully charge. And of course, this time gain makes all the difference, especially for those with a busy schedule. The impact of this on daily life is enormous. Think about long trips. Today, one of the main concerns for electric car drivers is the need to stop and charge. Even though there are fast charging stations, there's still that anxiety about having to wait a considerable amount of time until the battery is full. With these new aluminum-ion batteries, that problem practically disappears. You make a quick stop, stretch your legs, and by the time you get back, the car is ready to hit the road again. This not only improves the experience for those who already own an electric vehicle, but it also makes these cars much more appealing for those still hesitating to make the switch. What's also incredible is the potential of this technology, not just for cars, but for energy applications in general. These aluminum-ion batteries have an impressive capacity for storing energy, and this energy can be fed back into the electrical grid. Imagine having your car charged and, if needed, being able to use the stored energy to power your home or even help stabilize the grid during peak consumption times. It's like having a mini power plant at home, ready to be used when necessary. This is not only convenient, but it could also lead to significant savings on your electricity bill. And of course, the idea of charging the car in 15 minutes opens up a range of possibilities for cities and public transport. Electric buses and taxis could operate all day long, stopping only for short periods to recharge. This would increase the efficiency of public transport and help reduce emissions in large cities. In fact, who knows, even freight transport could benefit from this technology. Imagine electric trucks crossing the country, stopping for only 15 minutes to recharge their batteries and continue their journey. It would be a revolution in the logistics sector. These batteries also have the potential to change how people plan their routines. Today, there are still those who hesitate to adopt an electric car precisely because of charging time. But with such quick charging, the electric car becomes much more practical than a combustion vehicle. After all, who hasn't waited at a gas station while the tank fills up? Now, with 15 minutes, you recharge the car and can still use that time for other things without the stress of waiting too long. And let's not forget the environmental impact. With such short charging times, there's a tendency to reduce the need for gigantic batteries to store large amounts of energy at once. This means that vehicles can be lighter and at the same time more efficient. Moreover, needing less time at charging stations allows for optimized infrastructure, with fewer stations but more efficient ones strategically placed throughout cities and along highways. The issue of fast charging also addresses another crucial point: the overload of the electrical grid. Since cars can be charged in a short amount of time, it's possible to better distribute energy use, avoiding those peak times when everyone is trying to charge simultaneously. This, combined with the battery's capacity to feed energy back to the grid, creates a much more sustainable and balanced cycle. And of course, with a more stable electrical grid, everyone benefits. Furthermore, the ability to charge quickly could be a turning point for the used car market. With the durability of aluminum-ion batteries and the reduced charging time, an electric car a few years old would still hold significant value, both due to the battery's lifespan and the practicality it offers. In other words, electric vehicles not only will become more popular, but they could also appreciate in value in the secondhand market. Have you ever stopped to think about how the safety of electric car batteries could change with this new aluminum-ion technology? What's most interesting is that these batteries use non-flammable electrolytes, which is a significant advancement. You know that worry everyone has about batteries catching fire, especially in accidents? With this new approach, that risk drops dramatically. Just imagine a car that, besides being efficient, is also much safer for you and your family. And best of all, with this feature, there's no longer a need to invest so much in overly complex cooling systems. The heat issue is always a major concern when talking about batteries. Lithium-ion batteries, which are the most commonly used today, require elaborate cooling systems to prevent overheating and causing problems. But with aluminum-ion batteries, that's practically no longer an issue. The fact that they are non-flammable already brings a huge relief in this regard. This way, the car's design can be simplified. You can reduce the weight and space occupied by these systems, opening up new possibilities for electric vehicle engineering. All of this without compromising safety, which is a huge advantage. Now think with me. Without the need for a complex cooling system, you gain more space and flexibility in assembling the vehicle. This could mean lighter, more efficient, and even faster cars. Additionally, this change directly affects production costs. A car that doesn't need so many auxiliary systems can be produced more cheaply, which could potentially lower the final price for the consumer. And who wouldn't want a more affordable car packed with so much technology, right? Another interesting point is that this additional safety could change how we view electric cars in general. Today, one of the major concerns is what might happen to the battery in the event of a collision. Lithium-ion batteries, while safe, still present some risks in extreme situations. Now, with aluminum-ion, this concern diminishes significantly. Imagine the impact this could have on safety tests and the reliability perceived by consumers. Cars could be even more reliable and safe in various everyday situations without compromising performance. Speaking of performance, it's important to remember that a battery's safety also directly impacts its durability. If a battery is less prone to overheating or catching fire, it tends to last longer. This is because less thermal stress means less wear and tear over time. Additionally, as the risk of catastrophic failure decreases, the chance of needing to replace the battery for safety reasons virtually disappears. You gain not only peace of mind, but also longevity for the vehicle. Now, think about how this could influence the electric vehicle market as a whole. Manufacturers will be able to focus less on creating solutions for battery safety issues and more on improving other aspects of the car, such as range, comfort, and even design. It's like a part of the puzzle has already been solved, allowing companies to concentrate their efforts on innovations that genuinely transform the electric driving experience. And all of this while keeping safety at the forefront, which is the main point. What makes aluminum-ion batteries so interesting is undoubtedly the cost factor. Aluminum, being much more abundant than lithium, has a direct impact on this. Just imagine, instead of relying on expensive and hard-to-access materials like lithium, companies can utilize a cheaper and widely available resource. This not only reduces the final price of the battery, but also makes large-scale production more feasible. And of course, in the case of Tesla's Model 2, which promises to be an affordable vehicle at around $25,000, this savings is crucial. The fact that aluminum is cheaper makes a huge difference in the total production cost of an electric car. We're talking about savings that can be passed directly to the consumer. So, when you hear that Tesla is planning to launch a car at such an accessible price, Much of that magic comes from the cost reduction provided by the new batteries. It's not just about innovating for the sake of innovation, but about genuinely transforming the market, making electric vehicles more accessible to the general public. Now, think with me. If the cost of the battery, which is one of the most expensive components of an electric car, decreases significantly, this opens up a huge range of possibilities. Manufacturers will be able to invest in other areas, such as enhancing design, adding more technological features, or even increasing production. Tesla, for instance, has always stood out for its innovations, and this cost reduction will allow the company to continue leading the market, but in a more sustainable and accessible way. The Model 2 could very well become the electric car that more people can afford. Furthermore, when the production cost of a car decreases, it can positively impact the final price for consumers, of course. But it can also affect the market more broadly. The competition among automakers will increase, and other companies will also need to follow Tesla's example, seeking cheaper and more efficient alternatives. This could even accelerate the development of new technologies, as all companies will be racing to offer the best products at the lowest prices. Who benefits from this? We, the consumers. Speaking of consumers, it's important to remember that a cheaper car doesn't mean lower quality. With reduced battery costs, Tesla will be able to maintain the high level of innovation and technology we already know, but in a more accessible vehicle. So, instead of cutting costs in important areas like safety or performance, the company is simply optimizing production intelligently. It's almost as if we're about to witness a new era of electric vehicles, where price will no longer be such a significant barrier for those wishing to transition to an electric car. Another interesting advantage of aluminum-ion batteries is the potential for large-scale manufacturing. Since aluminum is so abundant, factories will be able to produce batteries in large quantities without running into material limitations. This will speed up production and allow more vehicles to be available on the market in less time. And with Tesla already working to increase its production capacity, it's likely that the Model 2 will hit the market much faster than we expect. Less waiting time and more cars on the streets. A perfect combination for those eager for this new release. Now, if you're wondering whether this cost saving will affect the car's performance, the answer is no. In fact, aluminum-ion batteries have shown excellent performance with good energy density and fast charging times. So, in addition to being cheaper, they still offer competitive performance. This means you won't be sacrificing quality or driving experience for the price. It's a win-win situation for everyone. Finally, the reduction in production costs is not just about saving money, but also about making electric cars a real option for more people. Today, one of the biggest challenges is the price, which is still high for many. But with the introduction of aluminum-ion batteries, Tesla is positioning itself to change that.